A pleasant day to everyone. My name is Karen Asanyo and I'm going to report the stages of communication. Before going to my proper topic, please allow me to read the objectives. In this lesson, the learners are expected to realize the importance of communication, demonstrate effective listening skills, and develop knowledge and communication skills that facilitate their ability to work collaboratively with others. Classmates, before moving on, let us answer this question first. What would this world be like without communication? Well, probably, the world will keep on spinning without communication. But how about us, the human? Our minds are made to know, learn, and use language. Because of that, I don't believe we're able to comprehend what life without communication would look like. And in fact, if there's no communication, then humans will probably never existed. Because if there's no communication, there would be no society. Moreover, the world will collapse if there was no communication. Well, not in the literal sense, but it could be the end of the human species if we did not communicate. It is no doubt that communication plays a vital role in human life. It does not only facilitate process of sharing informations and ideas, but also it helps to develop relationships with others. Therefore, the importance of communication cannot be underestimated. Now, let us learn first the etymology of the word communication. When we say etymology, it means the study of the word origin. So the word communication came from the two Latin words, which is communis, which means commonness, and the other is communicare, which means to share. Now, let us define the word communication. Communication is a two-way process wherein the information, ideas, opinions, thoughts, and feelings are transmitted between the individuals through the use of mutually understood symbols and semiotic rules or signs and symbols. Now let us tackle the nature of communication. First, communication is a process. When we say process, it is cyclical. It begins from one step to another. The second one is communication occurs between two or more people. And the third one is communication can be expressed verbal, non-verbal, or both non-verbal and verbal at the same time. So in order for us to understand more about this topic, here are the stages of communication. We have here the speaker, message, encoding, channel, decoding, receiver, feedback, context, and the last one is barrier. The process of communication begins with the speaker. The speaker is also known as a center of information. The speaker initiates the process of communication with a specific or particular purpose. The speaker encodes by converting the messages into action or words or other forms wherein speaker and the listener understands. The message is simply the information, thoughts or ideas conveyed by the speaker into words or in action. After that, the messages are being transported through a vehicle called channel. Channel is used as a medium in transmitting ideas or thoughts. Channel include face-to-face conversation, video conferencing, telephone conversation, written, and mass media. The next in line is the listener, or also known as the receiver. The receiver decodes the message. Decoding means understanding and interpreting the encoded message given or sent by a sender or the speaker. When the listener or the receiver decodes the message, he or she can now make a response, or also known as feedback. Feedback are responses provided by the receiver. It can be sent through different channels. Misunderstanding happens because of the presence of noise, and the noise is also known as barrier. Barriers are the factors that affect the flow of communication. And there are two types of barriers. These are external and internal barriers. When we say external, these are barriers that takes place outside, like for an instance, a sound of a vehicle, sound of animals, people who are shouting, and so on. On the other hand, the internal barriers are the barriers that happens within ourselves, such as emotions, feelings, or anything that hinders the communication. The context is the environment where the communication takes place. It is also the setting or situation where the communication process occurs. To sum it up, communication is a dynamic process that begins with a conceptualizing of ideas by the sender, who then transmit the message through a channel to the receiver, who in turn gives feedback in the form of some message within the given time frame.